The grand intergalactic gala shimmered with 1,000 different lights, each representing a civilization that had journeyed across the stars to attend. Crystal chandeliers floated without support, their facets catching beams from distant suns. Delegates from countless worlds mingled in the vast hall, their forms ranging from humanoid to utterly incomprehensible. Massey stood near a quiet corner, his formal suit feeling uncomfortably tight around his shoulders. He shifted the small bundle in his arms, trying to find a more comfortable position. His 6-month-old daughter, Emma, had started fussing, and he knew the signs all too well. She was hungry. SHH, sweetheart, he whispered, reaching for the bottle he'd tucked into his jacket pocket. Daddy's got you. He had almost declined the invitation to tonight's gala. As Earth's representative to the newly formed Galactic Council, his presence was expected. But being a single father made everything complicated. His wife had passed during childbirth, leaving him to navigate both diplomacy and diapers alone. Tonight, his regular babysitter had canceled at the last minute, forcing him to bring Emma along. As he settled into a chair and began feeding Emma, Massey noticed the crowd parting nearby. Through the gap emerged a figure unlike any he'd seen before. She stood nearly 7 feet tall, her skin shimmering with an iridescent quality that shifted from deep purple to silver as she moved. Her eyes, 3 of them, arranged in a triangle on her face, glowed with a soft golden light. Despite her alien features, there was something unmistakably elegant about her bearing. Annie had traveled from the Nexarian homeworld specifically for this gala. As the Nexarian Council's lead ambassador, she carried the weight of her entire species on her shoulders. Her people had only recently made contact with the Galactic Council, and tonight would determine whether they'd be welcomed or viewed with suspicion. She had left her own infant son, Kale, in the care of her sister for this journey. The separation ached within her, a constant pull that no amount of diplomatic duty could ease. Nexarian children bonded deeply with their mothers in the first year of life, and every moment away felt like a small betrayal. As Annie navigated through the crowd, exchanging pleasantries with various delegates, she noticed something that made her stop mid-stride. In the corner sat a human she recognized the species from her briefings, cradling a tiny infant and feeding it with remarkable tenderness. The sight struck something primal within her. She moved closer, drawn by instinct rather than protocol. Massey looked up to find the tall, alien woman standing before him, her 3 eyes fixed on Emma with an expression he couldn't quite read. For a moment, he felt protective, shifting his daughter slightly away. But then he saw something in those alien eyes that he recognized immediately. The unmistakable look of a mother. Your offspring, Annie said, her voice carrying a melodic quality despite the universal translator's mechanical overlay. She is beautiful. Thank you, Massey replied cautiously. Her name is Emma. Annie's hand, 3-fingered and graceful, reached out slowly, stopping before touching the baby. May I? Massey hesitated only a moment before nodding. Annie gently stroked Emma's head with 1 finger, and to Massey's surprise, his daughter cooed happily at the touch. I have a son, Annie said softly. Kale, he is 7 months old. I left him to come here to represent my people. Her voice cracked slightly. It is the hardest thing I have ever done. Massey felt his throat tighten. I understand. Emma's mother died bringing her into the world. I'm all she has now. Almost didn't come tonight myself. Their eyes met his too, her 3, and in that moment, species and appearance ceased to matter. They were simply 2 parents, carrying burdens too heavy to bear alone, finding unexpected understanding in a crowded room full of strangers. Your people, Annie said, straightening slightly. They allow fathers to care for infants alone. On Nexaria, we have communal raising centers. No parent stands alone. On Earth, we're still figuring it out, Massey admitted with a tired smile. Sometimes single parents feel very alone. What happened next would be recounted in historical records for generations to come. Annie raised her hand high, the gesture signaling for attention in Nexarian culture. Simultaneously, she activated a harmonic resonance that rippled through the hall, causing every conversation to cease. The entire gala turned to face them. I am Annie of Nexaria, she announced, her voice amplified by the hall's acoustics. I came here tonight prepared to negotiate treaties and trade agreements. But I have found something far more valuable. She gestured to Massey and Emma. This human father reminded me why we seek connection across the stars. Not for resources or territory, but because no being regardless of species should face life's challenges alone. She turned to address the assembled delegates directly. I propose a new initiative, an intergalactic parental support network. We share our knowledge, our resources, our communal care systems. We help each other raise the next generation, regardless of which world they call home. The hall erupted. Some delegates cheered immediately, while others broke into excited discussions. The Andromedan ambassador began drafting a resolution on the spot. The Centauri delegation offered their advanced child care technology. Within minutes, what had started as a simple moment between two parents had ignited a movement. Massey stood, still holding Emma, stunned by what had just unfolded. Annie turned back to him, her 3 eyes shining with determination and hope. "Your daughter will never know a universe where parents stand alone," she said. "That is what happens next," Emma gurgled happily, reaching out toward Annie's shimmering hand. And the alien ambassador took the tiny human fingers in her own. 2 worlds touching across the infinite darkness of space. Connected by the universal language of parenthood, the gala had been shaken to its core. But from that tremor, something beautiful had begun to grow.